Dr. Brian McDonough has more in tonight's Health Talk.
Well, Jill and Rich, I spoke to numerous psychologists and dozens of women. This isn't just a perception, it's a reality for many couples. Life is so hectic, they have no time for sex. For many people these days, life is frantic. Commuting, meetings, juggling the children and career. The pressure affects physical and mental health. That pressure can even creep into the bedroom.
When you have kids, you have jobs and careers and what have you, and you just don't make the time for it the way you used to.
I work, I have a child, I get home, I have the child to deal with, I put her to bed. By the time 10 o'clock rolls around, intimacy in terms of sex, whew, last thing on the brain.
Susan Kay, working mother of 3, says her sex life was virtually non-existent a few years ago. She felt pulled in many directions. The last thing she wanted and had any time for was intimacy.
The kids are in, Mom, I've got a school report due tomorrow. I need this project done. I need this. The dog needs to be fed.
Add to this the fact that men often have different perceptions about sex than women.
How often do you sleep together?
Do you have sex often?
Hardly ever, maybe 3 times a week.
Constantly. I'd say 3 times a week.
Men sometimes look at sex as a contest.
One of the fantasies of I think the American male more than most is that he's a great lover. So he makes an offer to the wife or the woman and figures, hey, she ought to accept, no problem. She doesn't. And he then develops this enormous performance anxiety.
Sometimes the male becomes more pushy or retreats and pouts. That in turn makes the woman more frustrated.
How can I juggle everything? How can I successfully be the superwoman that society expects me to be in, transporting the kids to and from soccer and piano and making a successful career for myself, as well as being the spouse that I'd like to be.
The man might want to just come out and just quickly have sex and then go to bed, and the woman just isn't there, emotionally or physically.
I think as women, we want to be intimate more in an intellectual and loving type of way and not just sex. So it's hard to turn it on and off and on and off and then fit it in with the time.
Time and communication are key.
Make the date, put it on your calendar, and that sex date is the most important thing that's on your calendar.
And men need to learn that women often view sex and lovemaking as different.
For women, sometimes non-sexual touch, holding, kissing, touching in non-erotic ways, is sexual. And they feel that their sexual needs are met in that way.
When it's finally time to go to bed or something to that extent, you just don't want to be touched. There's times where it's the opposite. You just need to have your own personal time at that point.
Now, there are 3 reasons why this is happening. In our fast-paced society, people are exhausted. Men and women are also preoccupied with their responsibilities and, yes, boredom. But what can be done? The most important thing is communication. The man needs to realize that it's important to spend time talking, joking, hugging, kissing. Intimacy always doesn't have to mean sex. Women need to reduce pressure on themselves. If a certain amount of sexual activity feels right for you, then it's right for you. You don't have to meet the so-called statistics that are in surveys. Finally, don't forget to put some excitement in your life. Sex should be about play, not pressure. Now, on Wednesday night, we have a fun report about sexuality, how food can help spice things up. We'll be looking at that aspect.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It will be.
Thank you, Doctor.
We'll be right